let's see, I'm in this place here and I just walked in, and the first thing I'm gonna have to try to figure out is what are we going to do? And
But first, before you get started, what is an environmental portrait?
environmental portrait is it's sort of self-explanatory in the sense that we're going to photograph somebody in their environment to tell the story, not just about their facials, but about what they do. And that's what we're going to do here. But before we do any of that, we got to figure out what's going to be interesting to our audience in order to make this work. And a couple things we have to do is we have to consider the light source as well as the story. So what angle am I going to get? What lens do I have in order to get that angle? And how prepared am I beforehand? So we're going to tackle a couple of those things in the process. So a couple of things to consider will be, what ISO should I use? What shutter speed? What aperture? And I think I'm going to go with an aperture of about between 5, 6, and 8, somewhere in there. You ask me why? Because I think I want some detail about what's happening behind my subject as well as my subject, as opposed to this creamy background thing that would be existing in a regular normal portrait. So as I look around,
we have lots of good backgrounds here.
Yeah, let me tell you something about what you're saying about a lot of backgrounds. Sometimes you can get overwhelmed with the background and lose your subject. So we're going to avoid that. We want to make sure that our subject pops out. And so now, having said that, we're going to approach this, and I think 3 different shots for our audience. And that's going to be a shot using available light. And I think we have a north-facing window. We have available light, and then we're going to do one where we're going to mix the light. We're going to shoot flash and ambient. We're going to mix the two. And then I think for our 3rd shot, and this flash that we use, anybody can use their own flash, just trying to get something off camera. And as far as the 3rd shot of flash, we're going to use the flash by blocking off most of the light that's in here. And although this beautiful artwork is abound, the thing about it is that we have a limited space to work in. So, and one more thing as a little extra, is going to be a little bonus. I'm going to shoot a pano. I'm going to shoot a pano portrait. So we're going to do that. And I think I'm going to do it on our 1st shot with the ambient light.
Sounds like fun.
Fun.
Okay, everybody. Hi, we have a subject here today. He's an artist at the Ybor Artist Colony, and his name is Greg Latch. He has been here at the colony for 15 years, and as you can see, has been quite busy.
That's true.
So have you ever had your portrait made before, Greg?
Portrait made in video?
Yeah.
Only, I think, maybe one other time.
Okay.
Maybe twice over at the other place too.
Okay.
But it's not very often. No.
Okay. How about a portrait via camera, regular camera, still camera?
Yeah, I've had that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna make something special here for you today, and hopefully at the same time teach our members a little bit about environmental portraiture.
Okay. Now, what's the definition of environmental portraiture again? I don't.
The person in their environment, a portrait of a person in their environment. So, in other words, we can tell what it is you do.
Now, what I'm looking at over here is I'm looking at that window coming across, washing right across your face there, and so no, when your legs crossed, that was absolutely perfect. Great. Let me see your right hand on your leg. Just a little bit. Now, yeah, let's pull it back a little bit. And yeah, that perfect. Good. Now I have that. Get this down a little bit lower. Lean forward for me just a second. And great. Cross the legs again. Good. So, it's great.
Being a model is not easy.
All right, eyeballs here again. Good. Good. I'm gonna come from a slightly different angle over here. I need to be able to step back slightly without killing myself. And I want to get the entire foot in there. And I know I'm shooting down on you, and that's not what I normally would do. I'd normally be at eye level. Turn your legs that way just a little bit. Good, 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 good. Turn your head that way just a little bit. That's nice. That's very nice. Good. Yeah. Couple shots that way. Let's see. Good. Now, I'm going to come up top and shoot downward. So let me get the ladder. Again, I'm checking my numbers again. I am shooting with a mirrorless camera. So this shot is like wicked. This is so wicked. Yes, yes. Bring your legs that way more. In fact, rotate your body that way more. There you go. Absolutely. Now, why am I rotating the body? Is that I want the face to come to me and the body line to go away from me.
Robert, I noticed you're shooting horizontal. Would you do this in a vertical as well?
Normally, I don't shoot in vertical when I'm shooting environmental. What I tend to do is I shoot horizontal so I have the most range left to right. Whenever I start shooting vertical, I'm cutting out a whole bunch of information and I'm only going top to bottom. And most of the time, there's not so much up top as there is from left to right when photographing people in their environment. Also, I can repurpose that image via a magazine, double page spread, or if I'm doing any type of layout, it's going to be a horizontal. And I can always from a horizontal crop to a vertical. Now, that was my piece of equipment, but it did not hit anything that belonged to the artist. Otherwise, I'd own that piece. So let me do a couple more from this lower angle.
I see you moving the camera around and around. Why are you doing that?
I'm shooting a pano of my subject so I can get more in the space because the space is limited. So I'm going to take the pano and stitch it together at the end in order to make a super giant image, to make it appear so it's in a larger space. Greg, can I have you turn around on this side over here? Yeah, no. Good, great. Now, in this manner, I am going to, this is working nice. The light is coming in on you. Great, let me get my focus mark. My mark is focus. Yeah, absolute. And eyes to me. Great. Bring your hand on the thigh again. Yeah, that's good.
Should we give him a paintbrush?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, props are always good. All right. It's good. Rotate your body more toward the left. There you go. Great. And somehow I like that brush, not to hang down, but to hang upward. Yeah, up. Yeah, there you go. Good. Now, Greg, going to bring your legs back the other way.
The story is here, make sure you work the subject. Don't just take one or two shots and say, I'm done. You need to move around and have them move around.
Absolutely. Now, that's good. Now you're in your element. I see it now. I am finally there. Follow that camera. Now follow me. There it is. Now, Greg, tilt your head that way just a little bit. There. And you feel totally uncomfortable in that area. So tilt it back the other way. And put that brush in that, lift the brush up. And yes. Bring it down, chin down, hand down a little bit. And out to your left. That's good. Brush upward. There you go. Great. Great. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to have you sit on the edge of that, as we discussed before. Okay, that's looking pretty good. All right, I think I'm going to get one more angle on this, and it'll be from here. And even though I'm backlighting, I am still going to now override. Let's see my deal. I'm going to compensate by using my exposure compensation because I'm in the manual mode. Normally, when I say exposure compensation, it just means to add more exposure by increasing either the ISO or on my locked in values, let's say 7.1, 160, would then go to 5.6, and that would allow more light to come in. So and this is, and by the way, this does not seem to be working for me, but I'm shooting it anyway. Why? Because I need more room. Now, because I need more room, guess what I'm going to do?
Panorama time.
I'm going to do a pano. I'm going to shoot hit top, bottom.
And obviously, your subject needs to sit still while you're doing that.
Okay. And I usually at the end of a panel, I put my hand in to let me know that that's the end. All right, I think we have this one taken care of.
And that kind of answers one of our questions. I wanted to know how much of the person's environment is necessary in the picture. I guess it just depends on what you want.
I generally overshoot the environment and then crop in to allow for the as much or as little as I need. But I'd rather have a little bit more and then crop down than to have not enough and wish I had to stretch the image. I mean, not wishing I had to stretch, but not wanting to have to stretch the image.
Okay.
So, all right, so what we're doing right now is we're gonna use the ambient light that's in the room, supplement it with the flash at a low power, very low power, in order to capture the entire scene with a little extra contrast, because our subject is in shadow away from our light, which is being backlit. And at this point, we are going to fire a flash and see what happens. And I'll show you part of the process in the final image. Right now, I'm focusing on Greg's face, the intensity of what he's doing. Greg, I would like you to lean back in your chair and sort of admire it. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, now Greg, go back and get a little more intensity in your face and continue to do what you're doing. But make sure that you move your body angle a little more back in that direction right there. That's perfect. And why did I have Greg do that? Because I have a light that's coming just off to the side here. And I want to make sure that that light gets a little bit of what he's doing. And I'm going to actually have the flash give a little bit more light so that my background goes a little darker than normal. And I'm going at a different angle here. So Greg, go ahead and lean back in like you were doing. Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Robert, I noticed you're now using, you're taking pictures of him while he's actually doing his work. Is
Absolutely.
that different from an environmental portrait, or is it just a different type of environmental portrait?
It's just a different type. I'll have him look at me a couple of times, but mostly what I'm doing is I'm getting a support to the portrait, meaning that showing exactly what's happening, what's being done. Okay, Greg, I want you to lean back just like you did before. Admire. Okay, now, Greg, cross your legs and look at me if you can. Yeah, that's great. Move forward, come forward a little closer to me. I'm going to change the ISO right now in order to increase more ambient light in here. And I'm going to see how that looks. Right now, I have the background going a little dark. So I'm going to photograph it going a little lighter. So I'm going to switch my ISO up so that it is, right now it's at 1600. I'm going to double that by one stop to 3200 so that I'll get more ambient. Now, from that there, Greg, stay right where you are, but take a look at me from there. This time, lean forward and put your hands on your, and eyeballs to me. Eyeballs to me. Absolutely. Okay, I'm getting ready to do a pano. So it'd be there, 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 and there. All right, I think we got that one. Okay, so what we're gonna do on this one is I've set up a light, little flashing and up top here, crossing down, hopefully get a little bit of Rembrandt or something thereabouts. And we're gonna use this light to light up the subject as well as getting a little ambient light, a little flash plus a little bit of the ambient onto our background. This image is gonna be a little stark in a sense, but I think it'll work. Now I'm gonna ask Greg, I'm gonna actually do one thing in this particular one. I generally don't have rules, but one thing, you got to get the paint off your face, but always have one foot on the ground at all times. Doesn't matter which one.
Like the old rule for kids.
Yeah, it just gives me a much more confident look. I'm going to start off by coming a little lower. You have something in your hand, and that piece that's in your hand is clutching, so it'll show that you're clutching something. Okay, great. Let's do a first one, and let me do a final test on it just to make sure that this is working. And my flash, did it work?
Yes.
It did work. Okay, great. We're gonna start off. Greg, look directly at me. Good, good. Lean back just a little bit. That's good. And great. And let me have you cross your leg one time. You get nice, nice, nice. And I don't know if I should do the cliche or not of putting a paintbrush in your hand on this one. Len, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll hold it with a paintbrush.
Okay. And let's see if we can grab a paintbrush or two. And that'll further give the conclusion. Greg, turn your body this way. Okay, turn. Good, good. Now, that's absolutely perfect. I'm gonna go a little tighter in on you. Good, good, nice, good. Very head position. Good, nice. Loving it. Loving it. Almost there. Almost finished. Turn a little bit more that way, just a little bit. Eyeballs. Good. And stand, cross your arms over someone like so. And let that brush go. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Now just make sure the brush goes out that way, the opposite way. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And eyeballs here. Good. Good. And good. Tilt the head that way just a little bit. Make sure I'm not firing. So let me make sure that's firing. And am I firing now?
Yes.
Good. And good. I think we got it.